So I've just finished a nice run this evening. I actually did a little jog, followed by 5 hill sprints, followed by another jog around the block, followed by another 5 hill sprints. And whilst doing it, I actually had this little idea that I wanted to share with you, that if I'm totally honest, I truly believe you need in today's world. It's a must-have if you want to not only kind of get ahead in life, but to actually live a really fulfilling life that you thoroughly enjoy, a life that you love. And I think that it's probably at the core of feeling happy as well, feeling fulfillment and kind of feeling joy, especially in this world that we live in today that's kind of, driven by technology, where technology is at every corner. It's built into every kind of facet of our life now. And I think if you really want to experience more of life, and if you do want to get ahead, ahead of your peers, or just kind of ahead in your own life in whatever way that is, and if you kind of really want to make your stamp in the world, you want to live a life that you love, I truly, truly believe that the thing that we've really got to focus on and work on is that word I've just said there, focus. The ability to kind of pay close attention to this moment exclusive of every other moment, or to kind of really zone in on the task that you have in front of you to the exclusion of all other tasks, to all other distractions especially, and to kind of anything else that could steal your attention. And it kind of came to mind whilst running, because I just thought, how could I get more out of this little sprint session? And I thought, how much energy do we give to millions of different ideas, worries, fears, challenges, things that don't even exist, that we just worry about, that we kind of make up in our mind almost. How much energy do we waste every day kind of giving way to all of that stuff? And I just kind of had this idea of how much more could I give to this sprint session if I weren't kind of thinking about what I'm going to do when I get home, and I'm going to think about what I'm going to do the rest of the evening. And it just made me kind of remember and remind myself of the fact that when you're doing work, be present with your work and give 100% to your work. When you're on holiday, you obviously want to be on holiday, you want to enjoy and be present with your loved ones, or if you away and you're kind of abroad, or you're somewhere else that's magnificent, magical and beautiful, you want to be able to soak that in and experience it. I think the problem is, a lot of the time when we're at work, we kind of end up getting distracted by our phones. When we're at home, we get distracted by our phones. When we're reading a book, we become bored quite easy because we're so used to constantly being distracted that we actually train ourselves to be distracted, or I'll rephrase that, we are trained to be distracted. Now, if you could just work on developing your attention and your focus, not only will it help with things like tonight my hill sprints just there, but it'll actually help us with every single area of life. We'll do better jobs, become more productive and focused. And, that might lead to a promotion, or it might lead to growing your business. We'll become more present in the moment with our family and friends, and we'll have stronger, deeper, more loving relationships. And ultimately, when we allow ourselves to be in the moment, we just enjoy more of life. We get a kind of deeper sense of this very moment, and how kind of, how magical this very moment is. But we live in a world ultimately that is created now to keep us distracted and to keep us, switching our attention constantly. And it's a real game and a real effort in order to kind of build that attention span, to keep it focused on one thing. And I'm going to say now that I truly believe that if you want to live that happier life, more joyful, you want more presence, you want more success in any area of life, whether it's with your relationships or your friendships or your career or money related, then building your ability to focus and keep your attention on one thing at one time and stop multitasking will have the biggest impact. And I won't get into tonight on how you can do that. I think meditation's a great place. I think getting rid of the myth and the idea that you can multitask and actually just focus on one thing, and actually just bring your attention to the one task that you're working on. And I think doing that over time and building that up and building the kind of power of will, of the willpower to just focus on one thing at one time, will have an absolutely phenomenal impact, will allow you to bring so much presence and power and energy to the very thing that you do, and you'll do it better, you'll do it quicker, you'll do it with more efficiency, ultimately you'll get more done, but you'll do it with more enjoyment. And ultimately, if you can be focused and present on this very moment, and you're not forever chasing future happiness, I personally believe will experience a hell of a lot more joy and a hell of a lot more of the positive emotions that forever elude us and escape us, because we're always looking outside of ourselves for them. Anyway, my ramble over. Hopefully you took a little bit of value from this. Hopefully it was helpful. That's me checking out for today, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.